Eventually you'll be there. Let's see. I'll pull this up just in case anybody's here live chatting. I will not be just driving around today, I promise. Okay. Uh-oh. 24 seconds. Nobody. Not good. Oh, shit. On my burner account. F Zappa 22. Hey, there we go. We got us a real live person. You're a real person. Oh, Jesus, man, this fucking cat. As soon as 44 seconds into the video, she wants out. She's like, that's it. He's streaming. I'm out of here. What's up, Dylan Bob? Well, you know the deal, Dylan Bob. I got a fucking annoying cat that just can't make up her mind. Are you going to be in or out? In or out? That's what my mom used to always say to us when we were kids. All right, she's kicked out. Of course, that's how the stream would start. So, what's up? What's up, everybody? As Stephen Thompson would say, everybody. Oh, hell yeah, that's cool, King of Cleveland. Got some wins. Haha, no. I'm not. But it is a legitimate question. Like, I was just looking, what got the inspiration for that video was I just sat down to order the webcast for Phish's New Year's Eve run, and it's went up a few bucks, which isn't a big deal, but I mean, it's just never going to stop going up. And I don't know, man. I hate getting on here in the during the summer tour when it's fucking like $600 or $700 for the package. I get on here and I beg, but that's not fun. It's just all this little things are just taking the fun out of it. And I mean, technically that's a deal, but I don't know. It's just a little. I just was expecting like $99.99, and it was $115.99, and it's just thrown everything into a total monkey wrench here. I'm like, that's it, man. I don't even want to do this. I don't even like that band. And it's a live stream that's likely going to self-destruct, so the title doesn't mean much. What's up, Rocky? So, what up, Dylan Bob, King of Cleveland? Congrats on the win. I'm not too excited. I know it's a meaningless win. I know other fans, probably you too. I mean, if you were there, that's awesome. A win over the Ravens is always cool, but whatever, man. The season was over a month ago. I'm tired of this game where they wreck their season and then they start winning a couple games at the end of the year. Some guy was like, view this as like next year's preseason. I don't know, dude. I'm just sick of the Browns being losers, and I'm sick of Cleveland fans like being okay with it. That's why they're always going to be losers. Like, every fan should be like me and should just be like, fuck that team. I never did, Shane. I know there's like a flyer store downstairs. Shane's asking if I found my Flyers gear. I'll try to repeat the questions. Michelle said my title sounds suicidal. It's not really a question, more of a statement. Rocky says good morning. Shane Rocky, that is. Okay, improvised, enjoyed the video. Cool. The Christmas shopping video where I did almost no Christmas shopping, just a lot of driving around. It was pretty. I tried to rewatch it back because I was considering deleting it just because I thought it was like a 1988 VHS tape. There are times, I can say, thumbs up to Vandalia and their good internet. What happened with the Giants game? There was some controversy. I didn't even know. I know they played Washington, but I don't know what the controversy was. What is that? What's the controversy? I'll have some thoughts. I got thoughts, man. Let me see if I can pull it up here on YouTube. Look at that right now. It's the kind of thing I was looking for out of this chat, actually. Commanders. What a weird name. Illegal formation call. How about the NFC East, though? Yeah, I want to see it. Sorry, guys. I'll be back to you in just a moment here. Yeah. Okay, turns out I'm watching some ridiculous highlight package. How many attempts are they going to get from like inside the 10 here? It's taking a lot longer than I thought. Oh, that's ridiculous. It didn't even show the controversial play. I just sat through all that shit that didn't even show the controversial play. Washington Commanders deserve explanation. No pass interference. Is that it? The no PI call? I think someone mentioned this yesterday. I don't know. I don't know if that's the play I'm supposed to be looking for, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's tough. I mean, obviously, if I'm a Washington fan, oh yeah, never mind. He's grabbing his arm and pulling it down. Yeah, that's pass interference. I thought there was just some like a little collision there. They both went for the ball, but nah, the dude for Washington or for New York was totally grabbing the whole left side of his upper body, basically. You can't do that. That's illegal, man. You can't do that. Is that Curtis Samuel? Is he number 10? I don't know who that is. I hope it's Curtis Samuel, though. It kind of looks like Curtis Samuel. I think it might have been Curtis Samuel. All right, sorry about that. Where were we? I didn't see the weird offsides call, but I did see something about how they owe Washington an explanation for some of the calls. Yeah, as a Lion. See, the Lions are kind of doing it right now, too, right? Got off to a horrible start, getting hot here at the end. Hey, Brian Inn, my boss thinks the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. You know, he's a little crazy. You know, he likes to gamble, and that's just his thing. Like, if he could place a bet right now on the Lions winning the Super Bowl, he would. I'm sure you probably can somewhere. That may be, Michelle. I don't know. I didn't hear, but. Oh, okay. So it was some kind of illegal formation / offsides. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, I think the weirdest thing I can recall in a Browns game was there was like a first down play. They just needed to get a first down, run out the clock. They did that, but then the Raiders called for a review of like a 3rd and short or something. And it seemed very clear that I think it was like Carlos Hyde maybe was playing for the Browns. Nah, not Carlos Hyde. I don't know who was playing for the Browns at the time, but hey, what's up? He clearly got the first down, and they were like, nope. Oh, nice. Going to see Goose on New Year's Eve. Huh. Well, as much as I would like to say it's not fixed, and I know right now the NFL doesn't appear to be a fan of Dan Snyder and the Washington football team. About called him the R word. That must be the game they were saying is rigged. Now, I would like to just immediately dismiss that, but you know, the NBA had their ordeal a while back, maybe a decade ago or so. Games were definitely being rigged, fixed for gambling purposes, and then the UFC's got a little controversy brewing right now. I know there's not a ton of UFC fans around here, but they have a real bad gambling problem right now. So I don't know. We'll see. That can wreck a sport, though. Especially, dude. I mean, the UFC's even got me into gambling kind of now. I play around with DraftKings. You know, I never spend more than $10 on a weekend or something, but yeah, the open scoring. Yeah, I know. I'd like to see that for a while. At least a test for like a couple of shows, you know? Now, it might turn out that it gets really weird. My concern would be a guy knows he's up 2-0. Now, yeah, that other guy's going to really go for it. It could just lead to some weird final rounds. You got one guy who absolutely needs a finish, and you got the other guy feeling like, well, I already got this in the books. So that could just lead to some interesting third rounds. I don't know. I'm not totally against open scoring, but I'd like to see it. And with the new, oh my God, the new criteria. Yeah, Devin, I kind of talked about it at the beginning, and then I went into listening or answering people's questions and comments. I was just a little bummed out because just everything keeps going up and up and up and up and up. No, it doesn't matter if it's eggs, milk, whatever, bread, gas, tires, controllers, glasses, koozies, Phish webcast. Add that to the list. It went up. Just a couple bucks a show, but whatever, man. It's just a pain in the ass. It's just not what I was expecting. I was all fired up to buy the webcast, and I just somehow I had $100 in my head. And then when it cost a little bit more, I was like, man, fuck this. I'm tired of this shit. And then, on a serious note, though, I do have to at some point quit this whole Phish thing. I'm not sure how to do that. I don't know if I just disappear, just like, maybe I do this New Year's Eve run and the Mexico run, and then that's it. I just vanish. I've slowly been trying to wean myself away from YouTube. Yeah, good call, dude. Very good call. S. Brabson04. It has gone down. I know, but dude, I just like there was a time when I was like just honestly doing it for a couple of friends, and then as it got bigger, I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. And then it's just got to a point where it's still fun, but only sometimes. Some nights it feels like a drag. Like, I don't really want to listen to them tonight. And that's the other thing. I'm just not as fired up. Like, sometimes I feel guilty for not loving the band as much as like the other fans do. I mean, some people just live and die on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I don't know. So I don't know. I mean, at some point it has to end though, Brian. Like, I just can't keep doing this forever. I mean, maybe if the band would give us a date, like, yeah, man, summer 2023, that's it. I don't know. Maybe there will be an announcement. I don't know. They made that comment that we only got a few years left. Now that might not mean anything, but then you got Trey kind of going on the tour, playing with everybody. Is Phish overrated? I mean, by some fans, certainly. I mean, I think they're just like appropriately rated. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the mainstream underrates them a little bit. I mean, they get no attention in them. Like, could you imagine if a band like, I don't know, just say Metallica did 13 nights at MSG and no repeats, the whole deal? That would be like a big deal in the music industry. That would probably get like mainstream attention. So on one hand, they're underrated. But then when you talk to like a diehard Phish fan and they think they're just like the greatest rock and roll band ever, I've heard people say like Mike's the best rock and roll bass player, John's the best rock and roll drummer. I mean, you know where I'm going with this. Come on, man. Like, Mike is awesome. Fishman's awesome. Trey is mostly good. Sometimes Trey, I don't know. I love him. He's great, but there's also times when he really stinks. So to say that, it's just like that's when they get overrated, when you get these crazy fanatics. So that gets a little crazy. Mr. Doug Fresh says underrated. Yeah, in the mainstream, I would say underrated, but by their actual fans, very overrated. Does anybody think they're like nearing the end? Because if I knew they were nearing the end, I'd stick it out. I'd be there. I might even go to the last show. I don't know if they did a festy. I ain't going to the last show, dude. I ain't doing festivals. I ain't doing New Year's Eve. Halloween in Vegas. That'd be a cool ending. Yeah, I know. Good point. Improvise points out Phish can't be the best rock band ever when Goose exists. Nice. That's funny. Metallica's advertising it 2 nights, no repeats. Well, Lars did admit way back when, like, how the hell did they do that? I know, you're right. I feel like Trey will be that guy. I don't know about the others. I feel like Paige will pretty much just vanish, Paige and Fishman. See, yeah, Michelle, I know, right? Michelle's like, you're the only Phish fan I know. Over the years at work, there's been like a couple of people. I don't know how many people I've worked with over the years. They come and go, and let's just say it's 40 different people have heard me listening to Phish, and they're like, who is that? 2 of them knew who they were. And neither one of them were really familiar, though. They just knew that That's not a bad suggestion, TB. Maybe just doing the big shows or weekend shows. Because, yeah, during the week, I work. I'm always working. So sometimes I got to listen to like the first set at work. I come home. I don't know. It's just starting to, just nights like that. Maybe that's not a bad suggestion. But I'm also not good at, like if I skip a show or two and people are like, oh, I went to that show. I was really hoping you were doing it. Then I feel like, damn it, I owe that guy, Wow, that's funny. Did you see that crazy video of Bob Weir warming up? He was doing like some Iron Sheik shit, man. He had like a sledgehammer. He was just doing all this cool shit. Dude, it's not easy what he was doing. So yeah, I could see that. I see Trey being that guy, being the guy that just plays forever. I know, you're right, Riggs Diggs, but it feels that way, kind of. I don't know. Yeah, no shit, right? You gotta stand way back. I mean, you never know. I hope he's wearing knowing Bob Weir, he's not even wearing shoes either. But I'll tell you what, that's impressive. For a dude his age to sling that sledgehammer around the way he was, that's good. I don't know how that warms you up for playing rhythm guitar, but all right. Yeah, yep, that's the one, Dan Z, where he was doing some weird stuff. Yeah, then I've seen the one where he's like in the yoga poses and stuff. That's normal. Nothing wrong with that. But the sledgehammer thing, nothing wrong with that either. I was just like, whoa, like I wasn't that impressed with the yoga pose. It's like, big deal, dude. It looks like you're farting. Now my plans today are just to chill out and then go to work. I still got to work today and tomorrow. Yeah, it was like the mace that the Iron Sheik uses, but I feel like they were at like the SPAC or something. He couldn't get his hands on a mace. It was like on the other tour bus. So he's like, anybody got a sledgehammer? They were like, yeah, Peter Gabriel just played here. We do have a sledgehammer laying around. Yeah, some belly full of bad berries says that sometimes Phish will give him FOMO and other times he stops listening for a while. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I know. And when it gets closer, I think there's also a little bit of anxiety too as the shows approach. Like I still feel like a rookie, you know what I mean? Like I'm more comfortable sitting here talking to 28 people rather than doing a Phish video. I'm like, oh man, a lot of people are gonna watch this. They're like expecting it to be good and funny or whatever. I try to get all that out of my head. And normally, once I'm standing there in front of the whiteboard and I hit record, I'm not really thinking about any of that. But I think the build up to the show, there's a little bit of anxiety, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's too much. But yeah, that's just the weird part. The nights when it just doesn't seem fun, and I do it anyhow. Um, hmm. No, I haven't because I get too distracted. I have tried a few times to just do them live, but then as I'm supposed to be doing my recap up here on the whiteboard, I kind of look at the phone. I'll be like, oh, I don't know if YouTube saves them. I don't. I'll just be like, what's he talking about? YouTube save what? I get a little distracted. Oh boy, I certainly would now. I haven't been in years, but um, yeah, I could. Although I don't know, Deshaun wears some pretty fancy clothes too. He's got a little different style than Burrow. I could I could start doing recaps of my old high school friends' takes on the Bengals. They all went, a bunch of them went down to Tampa this weekend to see the Bengals and Brady. I could start and I do like Joe Burrow. I mean, who doesn't like Joe Burrow? You know what I mean? Lions to the playoffs. I don't do like I was saying earlier. My boss thinks they're going to win the Super Bowl. He's like, they're the hottest team in the league right now. Me, I think they'll choke here the last couple weeks, not make the playoffs. They're kind of similar to the Browns. But hey, I hope so. I know last year that guy St. Brown, Amron St. Brown, maybe or whatever. Like I was just like desperate with a few weeks to go in the season and needed a fantasy wide receiver. And I was like, I think this guy's like one of Detroit's #1 receivers, and he just went off the last month of the year. Pretty much between him and the Dolphins defense, like carried me to a title last year. Fantasy champion. This year, didn't make the playoffs in either league. Damn shame. So, all right. Billy's summer tour sold quite well here, at least the end of, yeah, Billy's tour did. So I didn't even look at the actual summer tickets. You know, I got like a March ticket. I got a show on deck, and then more tickets go on sale. Like, man. Nice. So you know how it is, Brian. Yeah, you commented earlier. You feel my pain. I think we ran off the King of Cleveland. He was like, dude, it was my birthday. We beat the Ravens. And you're like, screw the Browns. Yeah, my boss is crazy, dude. He likes that underdog stuff. He's always wanting the, like every now and then if he'll ask my advice on a game, I just say the underdog because I know that's what he wants to hear. So I'll just say it. I gave him some bad advice on the Browns, though. He was wondering why they were favored against Baltimore, and I was like, well, Baltimore's offense is not much without that quarterback. Lamar Jackson, you know, they're not that much without Lamar. I was like, but dude, the Browns defense is a joke. They give up big plays. They have been playing better, but I didn't realize Baltimore's offense was that bad. So, I think I feel a little better here. I don't know how long we've been going, but at the start of this video, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Fucking Biden screwed me. Raised the webcast prices. That's the joke. I should never even mention anything like that that could be considered political. But come on, that was an obvious joke. Hey, what's up? Am I reading that right? Yeah, me and Mary sometimes do that. She'll be in one room watching something, and I'll be in the other room watching the same thing. We pretty much hate each other at this point. Just kidding. There's no reason to be in this room. Nice. Hey, what's up, Professor Joe? Got a notification you went live. What'd you review today? Anything cool or was it horrible? Yeah, anybody fire? I saw somebody put Avatar 2 on their predicted Oscar list for like Best Picture. I mean, I guess that's a good guess, but I hear it's not that great. That's what I heard. And then that other movie with a somewhat long title, it was also mentioned. Oh, wow, that's the only Phish show you went to? That's the only one? Yeah, it was a good show. It really was. I'm a big second set Down with Disease guy. Yeah, I was kind of glad to hear that maybe it wasn't that great. I trust your opinion too. Because I don't even think I saw all of the first one. I think I've seen parts of the first one like 5 different times, and I'm just like, I don't really care about all this. I never saw it in 3D. I think the only movies I ever saw in 3D were like Jackass 3D and a Phish concert. I never got into the 3D thing. It kind of came and went, and I didn't really get it or didn't really participate. Although Jackass 3D was pretty wild. I feel like I saw another not like a real movie. I saw like 3 not really movies in 3D. I forget what the other one was. Was it like Borat? I didn't do Borat in 3D. There was something else though. I'm like, eventually I'll actually see a movie in 3D, but. Oh, and then I saw Dread, but not in 3D. Still thought it was awesome. Wish I would have saw Dread in 3D. Oh, thanks, Robert. You know, at the beginning of this video, we were contemplating, how do I get out of this, man? I want out. Nah, not really. Billy's too it's too hard to keep up with. I don't know. Probably occasionally though. Obviously, Billy shows that I go to, I'll do them, and then maybe occasionally I'll do like a webcast or listen to a show at work or something. You know, he's always streaming for free when they're not webcast. What's up with the 3 hour long? Dude, you gotta see Alex Laba's movie if you're not into 3 hour movies. Well, it depends. If it's good, it's okay. I mean, 3 hours plus is pushing it. But you know, I watched so few movies the last couple years. He's getting hot now. I gotta take his hat off. Oh yeah, frizziness. Fix the frizz. I mean, I look like a guy that does Phish reviews. I'll be honest. I got the look. Yes. There you go. Close that stupid curtain too. I just thought the sun would let in a little heat. It was like 63 degrees in this room this morning. Might help a little. A little annoying. All right, so where were we? Hello from the animal hospital. Well, yeah, what's up, Spud? What's going on at the animal hospital? I hope everything's okay. What's up? Yeah, okay, Lord of the Rings, good 3 hour movie, good point. I know. What about this week? I don't know where you guys live, but around here it's supposed to be like single digits, maybe around 2 degrees on New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, I think maybe starting Friday night. Bring on spring. I don't know. I haven't got a cut since 2019, so I don't know if it does grow that fast. It's been like 3.5 years, but maybe that's fast. I don't know. I feel like it's not that fast, but maybe. Oh yeah. It's supposed to be a couple degrees warmer and damn 9 degrees in St. Louis. Okay, so I guess it's gonna stretch. You know, I haven't looked at the snow actually. Yikes. I hope. The worst is when you get a bunch of snow and then after the snow it's like 5 degrees. Yeah, 35. That's not hateful. That's about probably what it's been here the last couple days. Hey, what's up, Slappy? Hey, what's up, Endorado? Wow, 2 inches paralyzes you, huh? It takes about 5 inches around here. Everybody's kind of gets crazy. Uh-oh. Devin's that ha-ha worries me. Although when I told Mary about the temperature, I was like, it's going to be 2 degrees Saturday. She was like, is it going to snow? I was like, no, it's too cold. Oh, gross. Rain, then turn to snow, and then turn to single digits. Oh, boy. Well, Joe, I know Joe's probably sitting there laughing at all of us. He's in Boston. I hear Boston just has brutally horrible winters. Yeah, okay. Yep. That sounds about right. 8 to 10 inches. People are like, hey, there's a lot of snow out there. Yeah, that's crazy. Just like Buffalo a while back. Dude, they had like 5 feet or something. I don't even know how people live. That's all right, Gabe. At the beginning we were wondering. I was like, how do I get out of this, man? I can't just keep doing this forever. And then it's like, well, maybe Phish will quit soon. Let me off the hook. Then someone suggested, well, like maybe you don't have to feel obligated to do every single show. It was actually a good suggestion, Maybe start to wean people off a little bit. And then people also were very definite in saying, like, look, dude, don't worry about it. If you skip a show and one guy's like, oh man, that was my birthday show, I was really hoping you'd recap it, I don't have to feel guilty. Well, I'm not good at going back either. Something about just like in the minute, like as the show's ending, like now. I just feel like that's how the world is. Now. I don't think people care enough for me to like give my thoughts a couple days later or even a month later and still care. They're not going to care. I mean, part of my audience is the fact that it's like now. They got like nowhere else to turn. I know there's a few other people doing it, but I don't know. Sometimes Phish.net can't even get a damn set list up. So you like the cat training video? Nice. YouTube apparently did, man. That was the one video, I got to say, where YouTube actually had me. They were like, all right, buddy, we want shorts. We like cat videos. You posted a short cat video. But it just didn't really take off. I think it got like 1,000, 2,000 views, like really fast within an hour or two. And then it just kind of died. They're like, nah. So sometimes, well, I'm not going to do a bunch of short cat videos though. Sorry, YouTube. Now. Right? I mean, I'm a little bit right, D-Rush. I mean, I'm kind of aware. Like, I'm not, like, you know what I mean? It's like part of it. And then what I do have going for me, though, is like, I got it out there now. And then people are like, all right. So then when they click, they don't all totally hate me. So that's good. There's times when maybe people could get those clicks, but then they just leave within seconds because they're like, fuck this sucks. At least I have retained some people. So that's kind of cool. I'll give myself a little pat on the back there. But really, I don't know. Nobody's waiting around 3 days for my comments. Because, like, once they played the next show, man, like even before this crazy, like now, everything's like, let's go. It's hard, right, Joe? Because Joe, the minute you quit, people like me are gonna be like, no, don't quit. I tried real hard not last time when you were like, I think I've had enough. It took everything I had to just be like, all right, man, thanks for everything. But I was like, God, I hope he changes his mind. Yeah, I just get a little bit torn, and I'm sure you do too. Like some days it's just you don't want to do it. It's not fun. Starts to feel like, I don't want to say a job, but it almost feels like an obligation, something just like a chore you got to do. That's not fun. Favorite video I've ever done. Well, that very first Phish recap, I like that one. I can actually like sit through and watch that. There's not a lot of my videos I can sit through and watch them. I still like the old school, the real old ones, like taking a little Kiss doll and putting it in an oven, the baseball card video where all the guys had mustaches. No, but I'm thinking Sigma Oasis will be the song, but I don't know what'll go along with it. Maybe just a lot of dancers. I mean, they kind of went crazy last year. That thing last year, the whole presentation was pretty good. But maybe my first Phish recap. That is one of my favorites. And then I was pretty happy that like I wasn't a one-hit wonder. A couple nights later, did like I think Charlotte in 2014, and a lot of fans like spread it around and were laughing at it, and laughing at it at that point. I mean, they were really laughing at me. I realize. And then a couple nights later, though, I had another hit. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm not a one-hit wonder. I had a follow-up hit. But still to this day, those two videos I think are like number 1 and number 3 on like my most viewed Phish videos ever. So maybe I was kind of a one-hit wonder. Like out of my first 3 videos, 2 of them really popped. And ever since then, it's kind of just been consistent, but I've never had one where like the whole damn fan base spreads it around. Not since those first couple. It's crazy. So I like that one. Bizarre Phish set list, I titled it. I don't even know why either. It wasn't that bizarre. I think because Rift was in the second set. Like yelled at some guy on Twitter as I was on YouTube. There's just a lot going on. It's kind of like that first Phish album. That was like they had their whole lives to make that album. And even if it was just like some little nugget from their childhood that somehow got into that album, whether if it was a lyric or a note played or just something. So they had their whole life to make that first album, really. And then that's how I felt about my first Phish video. I had like, what, I don't know, 15 years of being a fan, and it was kind of all in 1 3-minute video. People were like, who the fuck is this guy? Where did he come from? That part I also liked. Because, you know, it's really clicky, like Phish Internet. It's all just a big circle jerk. It's kind of high schooly, whatever, you know, little fraternity deal. And then I showed up. Oh, suck it, vloggers. So I'll always enjoy that moment too. You know how Phish fans are. They don't want anybody from the outside coming in. Very territorial. Someone also did the compilation of me saying chomper. It's like 15 minutes of me saying chomper. Like I just wiped my nose on my shirt. That's slick. Maybe Phish will bring a trail and invite some of these boy banders he's been hanging out with. Right? No way. And then when you get boots on the ground, I mean, I don't know, like I said, I haven't been to a show in a few years, but I remember like long time ago, Blossom and like early 3.0. I was just like Ticketmaster somehow, or Phish tickets by mail. I got like a rail seat. I do not understand, man. I don't know how, but I did Phish tickets by mail, one rail seat. And that was cool. There was like, I don't know, it wasn't weird back then. I don't remember it being anything weird. But then fast forward to the Nutter, a little Charleston, I was up pretty close. I don't know what was up with that. I was Mike's side. Like, I didn't even get there early or anything. I guess just because so many people were Page side that I was able to get, I don't know, 4 or 5 rowishes back at Charleston, just kind of walking in 30 minutes after the doors opened. It was a little weird then, too, but luckily I was over Mike's side. I don't know, man. It's just, that was weird. And then there was, just felt a little weirdness. And then it like culminated. Cultivated? Is that right? Anyways, there was this big boom. Some chick, like, some guy accidentally spilled beer on this lady, and she just fucking wigged out. I don't know if she thought he did it on purpose. I don't know what she thought. But, he's trying to apologize, and it's like, it was an accident, I'm sorry. And it was just a little bit. Like, he's walking around trying to get through the floor with 2 beers, and then there was like a little movement, a little beer came out of his cup and went on her back. Well, it ended with her like stiff arming the beer right into his face. I thought I was going to see a woman get knocked out that night, but he was cool. He showed restraint. I mean, he looked mad, but you know, nobody would like. I just wanted to speak up and be like, "Hey, what the fuck, man? Somebody calm this chick down." But it was right around the time when like a lot of women were finally talking about how they're always getting groped at shows. So it's like, maybe now's not the time to be like, this woman assaulted him. Also saw some wook try to steal some dude's shirt that night. That was just a weird night. I'm like, oh yeah, Phish fans, great people. And then the Nutter Center, it was real fucking weird, man. Like, I had my spot down on the floor. I left like before the show to go fill up some water bottles, and when I was coming back, some dude like tried to get in my face. He was like, "Where are you going?" I was like, right down there." And he turned and looked, and then he looked at me and gave me a dirty look, and then he kind of like moved, like, "All right, you can get by." It's like, who the fuck are you, dude? I mean, he's a pretty big guy, but I wanted to just fucking knee him right in the nuts and be like, "Who are you, dude?" Culminated. Did I say cultivated? Cultivated? It all cultivated. Culminated. Thank you, Dan. Was the word I was trying to spit out. I don't know if I did or not. Yeah, Chomper really took off. I dropped that in the first video. You know, that was kind of like my Divided Sky off their first album. Alligator Mouse, which got phased out quickly because I understand there was some confusion. Chompers, Alligator Mouse, you know, very similar. Um, it wasn't the same person. The person that it was the attempted stealing of their shirt. They were not the same person that was groped. Groped and stolen from. Story of my life. The Gorge, man, it does look amazing, I'll say. I know there's times when I'm like, I'm not that impressed. I think one time I was like, I'm not impressed. Whatever, they're just out in the field. It looks pretty awesome, actually. I don't know why. I guess I was just like, I'm not going to be able to go, so I'll shit on it. I was doing that thing. Not cool. How long have we been going here? Oh, boy. Sucks. I hate that it takes like 12 hours for this to all to process. Occasionally, people want to watch it later on replay and play along with the live chat, but you wait like 12 hours for the live chat to process. Oh, damn. I've had it on top chat this whole time. Sorry if I missed it. I probably missed a lot. Sorry if I did miss. What Willie thinks. I see you said a lot. I mean, you get Buffalo Wars. See, somehow what Willie thinks left like 3 or 4 comments in a row, and I miss them. Sometimes I just miss them, man. I don't know what makes some people stand out more than others. Emojis, I'm sure, help. And then like avatars that I've seen forever, like Dan Z's, that St. Louis Cardinals is just like, that just sticks out. That pops. Gabe's name kind of pops. Oh, cool. Glad you got some laughs in. So, I guess I'll just bite the bullet and buy the webcast package. Maybe I'll sell my shirt back, my F Zappa 20 brown shirt back there to make ends meet. All right, guys. Boom. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I'll stall out here for a few seconds in case you got one last pressing comment. Boom. Some of you guys might not actually be at the end right now. You take it easy, too. Improvise. Oh, cool. I've got like a little crown on there. That's cool. Up here on my phone, it says F Zappa 20 in yellow with a little crown. I'm the king. Shane Rocky says boom. Michelle says boom. Thumbs up. All right, guys. Spud, I hope all's well, man. You mentioned being at the animal hospital, and then I haven't heard back from you. I hope that's not the only place that'll see you. Hey-oh. All right. Boom. Love you guys. Have a good weekend. Or wait, it's fucking Tuesday. Happy holidays. Woo!